Now, regarding African beliefs and respecting those beliefs, some Africans believe that if you have their DNA, one can manipulate them spiritually. Many feared taking the DNA test, and trust had to be earned. We had to promise that we were going to guard their DNA in a manner in which it would not be manipulated, it would not be placed out in the public, and others would not have control over it. So we guard their DNA, we guard their personal information, their contact information with that in mind, because we don't want them to lose trust in us. So we keep that in mind. That's why you see those posts. Don't post the Gedmatch kit numbers. Don't post the screenshots of your matches and things of that nature. As I said a few times here, we deserve a royal return home. But the reality is, everyone did not hail from a royal family. One of the websites that we use quite often, and you may see in the group a lot, is Gedmatch. It's a third-party site that allows DNA raw data, your DNA raw data, to be uploaded. For example, if you tested at Ancestry.com, which is also called Ancestry DNA, 23andMe, FTDNA, MyHeritage, Living DNA, Gene to Gene, and a few other websites, Illumina. You can download your raw data file, which is your DNA results. You can download it to your computer or your device, and then you can go to gedmatch.com and upload that file. And when you upload it there, you can compare your DNA raw data with the DNA of others to find relatives. Now, they have a free service. It's a free service to find up to 3,000 relatives. It's a free service to find up to 3,000 relatives. I do apologize for pausing. Again, some people had technical difficulties and they may still be trying to get into the class, but we had to start on time. So up to 3,000 relatives is free. And then they have like a tier 1, if you want to find out more, like 5,000, 10,000, and up to 100,000 relatives potentially. I think it's like $10 or something like that. But this service is really, really helpful. This is what the new, because they just updated their website recently. This is what the new website looks like. So if you're using Chrome to log into Gedmatch, into your Gedmatch account, you would conduct the one-to-many autosomal comparison and then view your DNA match list. This is if you want to search for Africa-born relatives, either in our project or in any individual that uploaded their DNA to that platform. We're gonna go a little bit backwards on this one. You see that arrow and the number 3. You want to make sure if you're using the free service, it would be at 3,000. And if you pay the $10 with them, you can increase that number to as high as you want. Where you have the number 2 in the arrow, that has to remain at 7. We will not accept anything below 7 cms or centimorgans. And number 1 is, I'll explain that in just a second. So on your Chrome or whatever browser you use, if you go to the upper right, you may see 3 dots, or you may already see it at the top. But if you see that, tap on it or click on it, and the drop-down menu should appear. Tap on Find in Page. This is the easiest way to do it. And then you type in DNAtestedAfricans.org. it will highlight every kit that's on your list that is associated with our website. And it should look like this. If you see at the top at number 1 with the arrow, I typed in DNA tested Africans. It tells me that I have 20 with that same, associated with that same email address or same website. And then number 2, you see they're highlighted. Number 3, I covered up their Gedmatch kit numbers for the purpose of this class. But there's their Gedmatch kit numbers. If you see them, write the Gedmatch kit number down. Just because you see them on this list, it does not mean that this is a match. There's another step that you have to do. It's not optional. So, okay, so again, you would write down your Gedmatch kit number for each one that you see. So you won't have to do that process over and over again. Then you go back to the home page of Gedmatch. This time, you select one-to-one autosomal comparison. Then you'll see this particular screen here. This is chromosome 5, one segment. That's one total segment. In this case, it equals 21. In order for this organization to recognize it as a match and provide you with contact information for that particular match, it needs to be at least 7. It cannot be, for example, we had someone to conduct a one-to-one comparison, and segment 3 had 2 centimorgans and 3 centimorgans and 4 centimorgans on separate chromosomes. And they thought they could add each one of them up, and as long as they equaled 7, then it would work. No, it has to be at least 7 on one segment continuously in order for it to be acknowledged by us. Then we will provide you with the information on how to contact them, if it's available. And this is what I was just talking about. You can't add up 3.5 plus 3.1 plus 3.7 and say, okay, this is a match. That won't work. Then you would need to take a screenshot of that match. And you would go to this link. If you don't have this link, you can go to our group guidelines in the Facebook group and in the Telegram platforms. It's there. And you just scroll down to it. And you fill out the form. You upload the screenshot. And then we'll process it as soon as possible. We process them in the order that they're received.